Hello, welcome to Jasmine Jassy. Let's talk about Dracaena plant. Attractive and easy to grow Dracaena varieties make great house plants. Let's talk about the Dracaena genus of tropical broadleaf evergreen shrubs and trees include several species commonly used as houseplant. Throughout the world, there are many types of Dracaena houseplant to choose from. Most of them have spare or grass-shaped leaves that extend off one or more think can like main stem Dracaena are easy to grow. While they thrive in bright indirect light, they even qualify and low light house plant. The plant is primarily grown for its attractive foliage, which is often variegated and comes in a rainbow of colors. In their native tropical environment, some Dracaena plants grow up to 20 feet tall or more, but as indoor house plant, most remain under 8 feet tall. The plant in the Dracaena genus contains saponins that are toxic to dogs and cats. Dracaena care. Here are the main care requirements of growing a Dracaena. Select a location in bright indirect light indoor or dappled sun outdoor. Plant in the well drained, slightly acidic potting mix or garden soil. Water it regularly in spring and summer and reduce watering in winter. Increase humidity level for house plant in the winter if needed. Fertilize monthly with water soluble houseplant fertilizers. Prune in the spring or summer to control the plant growth if needed. Light. Place Dracaena in a spot with bright indirect light while the plant tolerates short periods of direct sunlight. Long exposures will cause leaf rot indoors. It also tolerates low light conditions. Although it will grow better with more exposure to indirect light. Outdoor, it needs a location in partial shade or dappled sun. Soil. For potted Dracaena plant, use any peat-based commercial potting mix which has the slightly acidity that these plants prefer. If grown in the landscape in tropical regions, the soil should be rich and well drained. Water. Keep Dracaena consistently moist, draining their growing season, spring through fall, but allow them to grow drier in the dormant winter period to water them thoroughly each week. During the active growing season, letting excess water go out of the draining hole. In winter, water moderately every 2 weeks. Temperature and humidity. Most Dracaena species thrive at the temperature of 70 Fahrenheit to 80 Fahrenheit, but will react badly if temperature drop below 50 Fahrenheit. These tropical plants like a fairly high humidity level, which is often a problem for indoor plants during the dry winter months. Use a room humidifier if the air in your home is partially dry. Fertilizers. During spring and summer, give dries in a house plant a monthly feeding with a water soluble fertilizer formulated for house plants. Don't fertilize in fall and winter when plant growth slow down. Dracaena placement. Dracaena in a north of east its facing window or near a south or west facing window. Dracaena to do better with bright indirect sunlight. direct light. So if you want to put it in a south or west facing window, you should set in a few feet back from the window or pull the sheer curtain between the plants and the sun direct rays. Type of Dracaenas. Out of the 100 plus species in the Dracaena genus are relatively small number are commonly sold as houseplant. Popular variety included corn plant, dragon Dracaena, Dracaena dermensis, and dragon tree, marginate, lucky bamboo, and Florida beauty, and the song of India Dracaena reflexa. Next is pruning. Although pruning is not essential, Dracaena plant tolerate cutting back when necessary to control their shape or height. Pruning is the best done during the active growing period of spring and summer. Yellowing and dead leaves should be removed as they appear. Propagating dressing. Dressing are usually quite easy to propagate by rooting stem cutting, which is best done in spring as the plant is beginning to actively grow. Even just a bare section of the stem will often produce a new plants. I will share with you complete propagation and cutting method in my very next video. How to grow? You can grow from seeds, potting, and repotting Dracaena plant will do well in any commercial peat-based potting mix in a large pot with good draining. It's a good practice to place good uh, good practice to place a saucer of tray beneath the pot, which allows you fully drench the plant with each watering. Replace the top 2 to 3 inch of potting mix yearly with fresh mix. Replenish nutrients. Repot into slightly larger container when the plant start to visibly outgrow its pot or when roots start to emerge through the Dracaena hole. Where to plant Dracaena outside? In USA zone 10 through 11 you can plant Dracaena in the landscape. The plant will grow much large than house plant too, so make sure the species of your choice. First, the location as it grows into the mature plant of incisable tree. Select location with partial shade, ideally dappled sun cast by other plantings. If the plant receives direct sun, morning sun in preferable to the hot and harsh afternoon sun. The soil in the planting location needs to well draining and slightly acidic with a pH between 6.0 and 6.5. Common pest and and plant disease. Dracaena is the susceptible to some of the same pests that affects many houseplants, especially thrift and malabags. The plants also attract aphids and spider mites. Fungal leaves spots disease is sometimes be problem if the soil is overly moist. Common problems with Dracaena. Problem with Dracaena plants often manifest themselves through the leaf brown leaving. Dracaena is this sensitive fluoride, but they built up this salt which can cause um, is cause leaves to turn brown. Second, scorched leaves. Too much direct sunlight can scorch the leaves of your plant. Yellow leaves. When the leaves of Dracaena turn yellow, the likely culprit is the overwatering. Cut down on the amount of water you give your plant. Wilted leaves. Droppy wilted leaves are not necessarily a sign that your plant needs water. I have one more important tip for you, a dusting tip. Dracaena, many narrow leaves are dust magnets, but the sheer numbers of leaves makes it hard to dust them individually. Use the detachable shower head to spray the plant clean. If you like our video, kindly subscribe us, like us, and comments below. Thanks for watching.